It is Wednesday night. It's August 16th, 2023. So you know what that means. Another brand new episode of the Kicking Out Podcast, an AEW podcast hosted by three passionate AEW fans for passionate AEW fans. I'm Tanner Lee. I am back in action tonight. Co-host Paul Zartman. Austin Shepard did a great job holding down the fort last week in my absence. What's going on, fellas? Appreciate the good work last week as always.
Hey,
where were you at, Tanner? What happened?
I was south of the border, maybe hitting some margaritas all week long.
That's it. That's all you're doing.
Well, I could just do that.
I know. You kind of set it up on a tee. I had to take a swing, but I'm not gonna. It's too early in the night for me to make a comment like
that. You got to wait for the show to fully get going, Shep. You can't just pick it off right off the bat.
I mean, Tanner's known me a long time by now. You can't say that to me. Oh, but hey, Tanner, congratulations. Hope you had a great time.
Thank you. Yes. Wedding was good. Honeymoon was good. Very sunburnt, but yeah, I'm okay now. But I got very sunburnt. But I meant to send you a picture, Shep. I saw a lot of your tequila you love down there. I did not get any of it because of the price, but
even down in Mexico, the pesos are a little more. They want a little premium for that, huh?
Yeah, there was. They had like a tequila bar at the resort, and they had two different types of Casa Azul. One, I probably could have afforded to do a drink. The other one, no.
Yeah. It's You notice here in the last couple months, I've gotten off the old tequila train because I can't find anything that tastes like that for half the price. So, as much as I love tequila, nothing around the old northern half of Indiana tastes as good.
Nope.
Well, I think the tequila in general in Mexico tastes better than America.
So. Because you're in Mexico, so it's
water for them. I mean, yeah.
So, Shep, I do have an important question. You said you're not drinking tequila tonight. So, what are we drinking, Shep?
I don't know. I just some sparkling water.
All right.
Okay, maybe we'll add something to it.
I was going to say, you not adding anything's a little weird, but hey, you know, maybe because it's a Wednesday night,
I didn't drink on Wednesday night, so I started hanging out with you guys.
Well, we're bad influences.
But your fault. But just as a shameless plug, got a one. We're still waiting on some free merch.
Still waiting. That was a heck of an ask by Paul last week. So
yeah. Still waiting on some free merch, hats, whatever you want.
Majin talked about the tequila. He said it's water for him too, and he isn't even Mexican.
Oh, good stuff. Good stuff.
You're good for. We all could drink more tequila, I think. But.
Sure. I'm boring tonight. I'm just water, straight up water tonight. No alcohol for me.
You might need to get a little rehydrated because you can't drink the agua down there in Mexico.
No. You don't want to do that.
I'm just drinking
issues.
Good old Mountain Dew tonight, boys.
Nothing wrong with that. A little caffeine. Keep you awake this week. You were looking sleepy last week, Paul.
I was sleepy last week. I'm still sleepy today. So bear with me. It's been a rough couple of weeks.
It's all good. Well, it was there was some rough points of Dynamite tonight, I should say, in my opinion. There was some good stuff, there was some bad stuff. We'll get all into it, but of course Dynamite kicked off the right way tonight. Orange Cassidy defending against Wheeler Yuta for the AEW International Championship. These two have had a story going on for 2 years. Wheeler was trained by Orange Cassidy, used to be part of the Best Friends. Now he's with the BCC. You know all about that feud. Really good opening match, I thought. At one point, I thought Wheeler was stealing the win. There was a close call. I think it was about at least 2.5, if not 2 3/4. But Cassie kicked out. We had Mox down there helping Wheeler. But once again, Orange Cassidy gets by the skin of his teeth with the roll up.
Did anybody notice at the end? I think it was either Excalibur or Shivani when Mox was down there and Cassidy hit a DDT and he called it the paradigm shift. Not the Death Rider, the paradigm shift. And then you looked at Moxley and Moxley mouthed him a word that I can't say this early in the podcast. I'm going to save it for a match later in the podcast. That was absolutely the shits. But I like that little touch.
Yes.
But we haven't called it the paradigm shift for a long time.
No, it's been about a year. They used to call it, and then it was just the Death Rider over New Japan only, and then for some reason it kind of switched. It's kind of like when the BCC became a thing. They kind of switched it seems like.
So, I thought that was a nice little touch towards the end.
Yeah, good match though out of these two, like I thought it would be. I really enjoyed the spot where they were just giving each other forearms for like a minute to 2 minutes straight, back and forth. So that was good.
Yeah, it was good. It shows that Orange Cassidy has some other moves and can do a little more than they thought he could.
Yep. After the match, BCC jump Orange Cassidy's Claudio and Moxley beating him down with Yuta. Best friends come down for the save. There's a brawl. Then the Lucha Bros come down, and there's a brawl. And then Eddie Kingston comes out to a big pop. Good to see Eddie back after his performance over there in New Japan in the G1, which lasted a month. So we get a brawl, all these guys, and finally Kingston gets on the mic and says it's going to be all 6 of them against 3 members of the BCC and whoever they want to find. Stadium Stampede at Wembley next Sunday.
It's been since Daly's place since we got one of these.
So where are they going to host this thing at?
That's what I'm wondering. I mean, you're going to have 80,000 in Wembley. You can't have it in the stadium with 80,000, can you? I mean, I guess you could, but...
Is it, and again, it's over in London. Is there a soccer stadium that holds 15,000, 20,000?
Oh, I'm sure there is. I'm sure there is.
I know the people overseas will get mad at me for me calling it soccer, but
I would have called it the same thing.
I am a Midwestern male, so we're going to call it soccer.
So am I, but I prefer the English stuff. So it's football.
Yeah, it's soccer, Paul. Is it going to be cinematic? Is it going to be pre-recorded?
I hope not. I hope they kind of do it like they did. You remember the last one they did, Daly's Place. Now, a lot of it probably was pre-recorded, but the way they made it looked like it was live. Then they finished it live in the stadium. I thought that was pretty cool how they did that one. I don't know. They got to get creative with it, but I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fun.
I just hope we don't do what we've done in the past and call it a stadium stampede, and it's just like, a no disqualifications, falls count anywhere match.
Yeah, this...
That's what I'm worried about at this point.
Well, we saw the BCC and Anarchy in the Arena. I feel like this one needs to be leveled up, so... I mean, they're really hyping up this pay-per-view, biggest show ever, especially for AEW. Majin says football, damn it.
I agree, Majin. Don't worry. I agree.
It has the potential to be good. I enjoy the Lucha Bros, enjoy Eddie Kingston. I don't know how I feel about the best friends.
Yep.
Yeah, we could have just done 3-on-3 and been fine. Throwing in the best friends and 3 random members, it's not going to feel like it should make as much sense now.
I mean, I get it with the Rampage storyline with Sue's Van 2 weeks ago, but I think Shep mentioned this 2 or 3 weeks ago on the podcast, and I hate saying this about the guy. It's the Kentucky gentleman, Chuck Taylor. I just can't get into his character. I'm fine with Trent, but I just...
Yeah. Chuck was the one that was the big name when the best friend showed up in AEW. Then, of course, a lot of that was because Trent kept getting hurt left and right. But it's like when Trent came back, he just came back this whole different person, the super short haircut, toned compared to what he was when he left. And he's just been a big star. He's kind of outlived the best friends at this point. I'm ready for some solo Trent.
Yeah, I am too.
I could see Solo Trent and Orange Cassidy feuding after this.
I would like that. So BCC's looking for 3 members. You guys have any predictions on who those three could be?
Well, Takeshita is taken.
Right.
Danielson's out on injury.
Right.
He gone. Minoru Suzuki with Moxley's ties, I can see being one. Now that wouldn't be a surprise.
Who's that guy? I always forget his name. He's a New Japan guy, and he's like Mox's buddy. He's like
Is Ishii the one that Eddie Kingston and me beat the living shit out of each other? Older guy.
That is Ishii, but that's not who I'm thinking. It's like a younger guy. It's like Mox is kind of like his understudy. He took this guy under his wing a couple years ago. I don't remember what his name is. Because he has fought with them in AEW before on some Dynamite or some pay-per-view. I'll look it up. It's going to bug me.
Yeah, you do that.
Could we see Zack Sabre Jr.?
He's arrogant enough to fit in with those guys.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's up his style though, as technical as he is. He likes to have the absolute technical matches, not a
How about, and I heard this, I read on the dirt sheets that he's training for an in-ring return, and he's been talking up BCC a lot lately on Collision. How about Nigel McGuinness?
He's all elite. How old is Nigel now? Late 40s?
Shooter is who I'm thinking of. Thank you, Majin. Shooter. Yep. That's what I was thinking of.
Shooter McGavin.
Not Shooter McGavin.
Best pro golfer ever.
God, if Shooter and Mox could do a vignette.
Shota Umino. There we go.
They could do a vignette at a Sizzler. Wouldn't that be amazing?
Let's see how old Nigel is.
He gotta be mid to late 40s, isn't he?
Let's see. Come on, internet.
Well, while you do that, I'll just throw out the name there.
47.
Okay, never mind. You beat me. Dang it.
But I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I mean, those are just a few guesses, but.
I mean, if Nigel's going to make a return, it might as well be in Wembley, right?
Right. Even if it's a one-off, that'd be a pretty cool moment.
Yep.
The other guy that come to mind that is over in Japan, and I believe he's still under contract, is the Murder Hawk.
Yeah, Lance Archer. They never use him.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
Super over there.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, some of the stuff I watch, him and Alex Zane, which Alex Zane's seen some independent stuff here in the States, but Alex Zane is super over in New Japan. I don't know if those guys would fit in there, but it's a lot of guys when they announced this match tonight and then watched the rest of the episode, a lot of guys got taken up and booked. So it could be here's another one, and this one's far-fetched with the working relationship with Impact. I know they're close. Sami Callihan.
That'd be fun. That's how I was just trying to brainstorm Impact guys or some other promotion. Just don't pull anybody from Billy. He's the next big promotion over there on NWA.
He's an idiot.
He is an idiot.
He does a studio in North Carolina somewhere with a couple hundred people, and AEW is in a Bridgestone Arena tonight in Nashville, which holds pay-per-views and Monday Night Raws. And I looked, the lower level packed, mid-level was packed, upper level was dark. I couldn't see it. But still, Bridgestone Arena is a huge arena for those guys. Compared to
hot crowd. I'll say it since Tanner hasn't yet. Hot crowd tonight.
Yeah, it was a good crowd.
All right. I thought the pops could be bigger for some of the guys that maybe I like.
Well,
Mm-hmm. We then saw Jim Ross and talking to Kenny Omega at Daly's place. I like when they use JR in these settings. I think he's really good at the interview portion.
He is.
So they're talking about his relationship with Don Callis, then Callis interrupts. Then we see Jay White and Juice Robinson beat up Kenny Omega and Takeshita 3-on-1, ended up sending Kenny to the hospital. which I'll skip to it later on in the night. We see Hangman Page, which is supposed to be outside a hospital.
He was
And-
backstage.
Yeah, exactly. I'm pretty sure that was shot Saturday when he was supposed to be
Yeah.
at Collision and had to be taken off site, and that we could get into that later. But he says it's going to be himself, Kenny, and Kota Ibushi against Juice, Jay White, and Takeshita. So 3-on-3.
One more time.
Dream team there. And did you guys catch anything interesting during the Hangman segment?
That a random security / AEW employee came up and told him you can't drink
not-
a beer in a hospital.
Not only that, but you kind of got part of it right there.
And he chugged, which looked like a sissy IPA or a sour. Or,
It looked like a liquid death water can.
Yeah,
it was pink with it wasn't a liquid death can because I know the writings. I actually have a couple of those in the fridge, but
Those good?
they're not worth the money. No. Yeah, it looked just like again, he calls himself the millennial cowboy, right?
right.
So it makes sense that he would drink a craft beer.
But here's go ahead, Paul. I'm sorry.
The label looked drawn. Like, it didn't even look like they even attempted. I mean, it looked like it was drawn by somebody backstage. And, I don't know. It didn't. The ambulance didn't even match for being Jacksonville, but that was just me.
There was nobody in the ambulance. They just
Right.
the lights on up against some metal folding concession
Right.
door that no hospital has.
Right.
With a chain fenced in area beside it. Yeah.
Right. The one thing I was getting to was Hangman's drinking again.
Yeah.
So could that become part of the story in the future? Because he, for a long time, wasn't drinking anymore.
Well, he's not a quitter.
He is not a quitter.
That'd be like Shep saying, I'm just having bubbly tonight and nothing else in it.
I thought about it ish. Nah, I didn't really.
Nah. It wouldn't be a KOP without that. Paul, your camera is frozen, by the way. I don't know if you know that or not. We can hear you just fine. Not.
Enjoy staring at my face while it
Well,
decides what it's doing.
I could take a nice picture of it because you got your eyes closed and everything. We see Chris Jericho and Callis head to the ring. Callis is already in the ring. Actually, he's getting booed out of the building. Jericho Judas comes on, but then they cut the commercial, which I saw a lot of feedback on Twitter. I'm not calling it X, Twitter. That was mad about them cutting to the break when Judas was playing. They come out. Basically, long story short, Jericho accepts Callis' invite to be in the Don Callis family. Callis is shocked. They try to leave the ring, but Jericho sees this painting covered in the corner. He's like, hey, what is this? I want to check this out. And Callis is like, no, we got to get to the car. So right then you're like, okay, something's up. Take the sheet off the painting. It's a painting of Don Callis holding Jericho's head. Severed head, thank you. And so Callis pretty much said, he at first said, oh, the artist screwed up. And then it was, oh, I didn't expect you to accept my invite. And then it turned into a back and forth between Jericho telling Callis to shut up. Callis has been lying. Points out 3 years ago he wasn't even in the business. Nobody cared. Thanks to him, he's back and nobody still cares. He then shoves Callis to the corner, but Takeshita hits the ring. Jericho fights back, and then Will Ospreay hits the ring and attacks Jericho, splits him open with a chair shot to the head, and then Sammy Guevara comes in for the saves and chases them away. So we're going to get Will Ospreay versus Chris Jericho next Sunday at All In. Thoughts on that?
Well, that pissed me off for one, but what pissed me off even more was when Jericho gigged afterwards, he hit the opposite side of his forehead that the chair hit him on. So the little stream of blood was over here, and he got hit over here. Again, bad camera work or just bad execution on Jericho's point. And then on top of that, I did not want to see this in London. I wanted Ospreay and Omega. I guess it would be 3. No, yeah, it would be. It'd be awesome.
Rubber
Yeah,
match.
rubber match.
Yep. For the belt that Osprey, I don't know if you guys saw this. He
Changed it to the
changed it.
championship.
Yeah, it
Instead of
actually
the
looks pretty sweet.
U.S. championship.
Yeah, it looks pretty sweet.
No.
Maybe we get that all out because I'm still not sure what the heck they're going to do the week after it all out. So, I mean, the only thing we know there is Darby is facing Luchasaurus / Christian Cage. That's the only match we know so far for that.
Maybe we get that, and you can have that battle, and Omega goes over and changes it back to the U.S. New Japan U.S. title.
I can see that. I like this story. I like when Jericho's feuds as far as the storytelling. I always think he does a really good job. And I think Jericho's a heck of a wrestler for his age at 52 or 3 or whatever he is. I think he's 53. But
52.
I don't, okay, 52, thank you. But I don't see any way he can keep up with Will Ospreay in the ring.
If we expect a typical Will Ospreay match versus an Omega versus a Zack Sabre Jr. versus a Naito versus anybody we're used to seeing, it's going to have to be different.
Yep.
I see this more of a brawl than a wrestling match is the only way that Jericho could look competitive.
Yep, I agree. And Majin had a comment, props to Mel Coleman for the painting. Yes, she is a artist that does a lot of paintings, wrestling paintings, and another good one by her. So,
yeah.
We then saw a video of Jack Perry, who claims next week he will retire the FTW Championship. You don't see that going through, but
no, Taz didn't seem too happy about that.
Hook's coming back.
Yep. Right before he says it's officially retired, Hook will show up, attack him, and say, "No, I want my title."
I personally would be fine if they retired it because I don't think it has any use in AEW, but I don't see it happening.
No.
It was the most worthless title in AEW until later in the show tonight.
Yeah.
We then got. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No. I guess. Never mind. I'll just. I'll leave my preview at that until we get to
that match.
That match that was booked by Vince Russo, obviously.
Oh, that.
Oh.
Yeah. I think we all are going to agree on that match tonight. We then got Darby Allin and Nick Wayne versus the Gates of Agony. Gates of Agony jumped Darby and Nick, and my God, that shot to the turnbuckle, Nick Wayne. Whew.
Yeah.
They don't take it easy on the Young Buck.
How about the double underhook into the guardrail that Nick Wayne took? And the first thing I thought was, God, don't act like Darby. You're only 18 years old. And then I watched Darby do, 2 cannonballs. I call them cannonballs.
Yeah.
Actually, I thought the way this match was quick. Let the big guys get their stuff in, and then the little guys kind of come in and sneak a victory. I thought it was well played for 8 minutes?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
3 minutes.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I thought Nick Wayne looked good. I mean, he's just gonna get better and better the more reps he gets on TV. Darby and Nick Wayne end up getting the win. As Darby connected with the coffin drop and Nick Wayne hit a moonsault to the outside. Then after the match, Sting appears backstage, and because it says different version tonight.
He was here last week too. You missed that part. Jeez.
I did miss. I did not watch. The resort. Get this: the resort did not have TBS, had TNT, but Collision wasn't even on TNT down there. So I don't know. I don't know how. Maybe they have a different contract with a different provider down there. I don't know. But anyways, we only have 4 channels in English. So story for a different day. Sting appeared, like I said. He said whose house, and then he does a bunch of talking. He's in Joker Sting gimmick, which is throwback to TNA. You can tell he was having a lot of fun with this. He had Prince Nana back there. Talks about their upcoming coffin match next Sunday and said it's showtime. So you can tell Sting's just having the time of his life right now.
And I'd
announce
go
the
ahead.
coffin match, right?
Well,
Yeah, they
Announced.
challenged him last week, and then it showed up that it was a coffin match, but nobody apart from commentary said that it was a coffin match until Sting did this week.
yeah, I saw it on Twitter. I about correct myself and called it the right name. Saw it on Twitter. I think after it was announced last week, that was a coffin match.
Hey, you know what, Tanner? Just give in. X gonna give it to you.
No. I'm about to boot you on the podcast for saying that.
That was kind of a low blow to the DMX, RIP DMX.
No
It
kidding.
was a Deadpool reference. Jeez.
Modern said, "Be right back. Got to practice my kangaroo kick." Oh, we're getting to the kangaroo kick. We see Adam Cole and MJF. Another classic pre-tape from them. They're trying to prepare for Aussie Open. So what do? MJF's taking Adam Cole to the Outback Steakhouse. Adam Cole's loving it. MJF's like, whatever. And then gets out. MJF's like, how are we going to beat these guys? That was the best meal I've ever had. Yada, yada, yada. Adam Cole smacks him.
Bloomin' onions.
Bloomin' onions. Adam Cole wants to watch Crocodile Dundee. But then MJF shows him some footage of kangaroos fighting and says that's how they beat Aussie Open with a kangaroo kick. They then end up double clotheslining Charlie backstage. Charlie from Sammy Guevara's vlog. Then Tony Khan calls him in the office, screams at them. MJF says he's going to regret that in 2024 when it comes contract time. But then Khan appears again and he acts nicely. They then come to the ring. They encourage fans to get into Wembley Stadium for 0 hour to see them become the ROH World Tag Team Champions. Cole admits 9 months ago he'd cry thinking that he couldn't wrestle again, and now he's main eventing Wembley Stadium for the AEW World Championship with one of his best friends. He says the match is so important for his legacy. He's been on top of every promotion he's ever worked in and broke records. This match solidifies his legacy in AEW winning the match. Says he loves MJF, but he needs to win this match, and he's telling MJF as a friend when the bell rings, he'll do everything and anything to win the title. MJF says that's great, but his is better. He says when he first got into the sport, he was handed a piece of paper to write down 2 dream opponents. He wrote down Cody Rhodes and Adam Cole. 2018, he put 90,000 miles on his new truck to bust his ass on the Indies. He then got told about All In. He shot his shot to be on it, DM'd Cody Rhodes. He then got a response, and Rhodes told him he was All In, and he got to open a pay-per-view he had no right being on, and he turned some heads, one of which was Tony Khan's, got offered an AEW deal, and he says without All In, there is no MJF. He says he grew up in front of the fans and became one of the best. MJF says it means a lot to him to headline this show, but it doesn't mean everything. The only thing that means everything to him is Triple B, and if Cole thinks he will lay down, he's out of his mind. A win at Wembley will make him legendary. He's going to, because nobody is on the level of the devil. The men fist bump, and then Aussie Open hit the ring and jumped them, but they turn things around and send the champions away, and Adam Cole looks like he's setting up for a super kick, but then they hug it out.
Yeah. So I'm going to rewind it a little bit here to the pre-tape video package. This honestly put me in the mind frame of 06, 07, 08 DX when Shawn was backstage super kicking everybody's head off and Vince yelled at him. We just got to see it done a little bit different. It was nice to see Tony Khan in a backstage segment where he wasn't all wide-eyed reading off a teleprompter with no emotion.
He had sunglasses on, so
maybe the script was in the sunglasses. I mean, all right, I'll give you that.
Yeah, he had sunglasses on. He only had 2 empty coffee cups. And there was no white substance around his nose
that we could see.
Yeah, always sure the camera wasn't zoomed in.
Yeah. There might have still been just a little hanging down there at the bottom of the nose, but overall, this is a good segment. I always enjoy when these guys are on TV.
Yeah, they're very entertaining.
They're just hilarious.
It missed one thing though. They did everything that was not Australian. Okay.
Yes.
So there's one thing they missed. They did not have a Foster's.
They did not.
They did not have a Foster's beer. Yep. And from my friends in Australia, Foster's beer is the most fake Australian beer ever. It's just like an Outback Steakhouse here in America. They don't have Outbacks in Australia, and they don't have Foster's, and they don't have bloomin' onions. It's great.
Every week when our friends of the Broadcast podcast from Australia come on, I think you mentioned that.
Okay.
Foster's is the fake beer. So.
that and Vegemite. Vegemite.
Yes, yes, that has been mentioned a time or two as well. One thing I did want to mention about this promo that I caught, and somebody else caught it on Twitter, so I was glad I wasn't the only one. When Adam Cole was saying he'll do everything and anything to win the title, the last time I heard those exact words in a promo before a big time match was The Rock and Austin's promo going into WrestleMania 17 when Austin turned heel.
Yeah. We've been talking that Cole was the one who was going to turn.
Cole turns heel. MJF becomes the biggest face we've seen since The Rock.
Yep. Double turn. I just hope. I don't see Tony Khan getting involved. I know somebody on Twitter is like, "Oh, but Tony Khan could take the place of Vince McMahon." Like, I don't see that happening. I could see Roderick Strong getting involved in some capacity. Him and the Kingdom.
Oh, yeah, Roderick will get involved. Definitely. That's a hands down. I mean, we got to see him kick MJF's car tonight and damage his foot.
Yeah, hurt himself. They've kind of made Roddy look like an idiot ever since his match with Joe. Like, I mean,
he's the crazy ex-girlfriend. Joe did something to his brain.
No doubt.
Yeah, but he shows up at Pro Wrestling Guerrilla last weekend.
Fine.
With the neck brace on, rips the neck brace off, and then proceeds to have a pretty darn good match with the old Daniel Garcia, not the sports entertaining Daniel Garcia.
Entertainers.
He had his whole ring gear on. He didn't have his new ring gear on, so yeah. I mean, I get it. He's got to make a living on the indies because he's being used the way he's being used. But
hey, QT's a champ in Mexico, so.
Oh man, you had to bring that up.
Actually, guys,
congratulations to him.
The way they're using QT down there,
really good
as a monster heel. Obviously, he comes out in the American flag trunks, yada yada yada. But if you watched any of the highlights from that last Triple Mania, the two biggest heels was QT and Adrian Adonis, and those guys got over bigger than life. So Triple A's not all that bad. The show was pretty good. Had some high spots. It's a little bit more. It's a little bit more modern day ECW because there's no rules in each match and blood almost everywhere and tables and chairs and yada yada yada. So some of the pure wrestling has been lost there. Still, some of the great luchador matches still kind of hold true. Vikingo had a good match, which I heard he collapsed backstage.
He did. I couldn't tell if it was a work or a shoot.
They said it was real. They took him to the hospital, fed him a bunch of electrolytes, IVs, and then 24 hours later, he was at some concert in Mexico.
Must have just been really dehydrated.
Yeah, basically dehydrated. But
no,
yeah. Actually, I think this is the best QT. That the stuff he's done in Mexico is so much better than the stuff he's done in AEW. And I would say the peak in his AEW is when he was feuding with Cody. And he was okay there.
Yeah, it was all right. He had a good bunkhouse match with Dustin. If he gives the Butcher and the Blade, but in the Dailies era, but that was about it.
But so
if AEW used QT the way AAA does, I'd say he would be the perfect fit for one of the three men with the BCC.
Yeah.
Because of his feud and the fact that AEW does work well with AAA. But that's not how AEW uses him. And 90% of the AEW fans don't follow AAA, so it would make no sense to throw him into that match.
Yeah.
I'm guessing we're going to get a casino battle royale over in London, aren't we?
I would think. Yeah, I wonder how many more matches they'll add because I would be good with like one or two more, and then that's it. Because the difference between this and other pay-per-views, you got another pay-per-view the week after. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but do they do them at All In and All Out? I thought it was just All In. They do the Battle Royale.
It was all out normally.
Is it All Out?
Yeah, because this is the first All In they've had since the inaugural 2018
Original.
All In.
Well, there was a Casino Battle Royale at that one. Remember the wrestler with no legs came out, was in that one. Jordan Grace was in that one.
There was
that was just a battle royal.
Yeah.
But I thought everybody was it just a battle royal? They didn't come out with the Aces and the Kings and the.
So this is why we need to do the watch along sometime before next Sunday to watch it again.
Because Flip Gordon won the thing, right? Remember?
Yes.
They wouldn't book Flip Gordon
and then he got the match against Lethal. Yeah. I
swear that was a Casino Battle Royal, but
I really need to watch that again. It's been a while. But something I'm not going to watch again is this next match that we're going to talk about, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Death Match. Jeff Hardy versus Jeff Jarrett.
I mean, I understand what Tony Khan's doing here. He took the money.
Yes.
Obviously, they're sponsoring the show.
The video game. Yeah. But they tried something new. I will give them credit for that. That's where the buck stops with me because it didn't land.
I only have 3 letters for this match. WTF.
Yeah, it was one of those. I had a tweet. What did I just watch? I do think that these 3, I could be wrong, and I hope somebody corrects me in the comments or one of you guys corrects me if I'm wrong here. I think these 2 are the first 2 opponents to wrestle each other in WWF/WWE, TNA, and AEW.
I think that's a really good point. But in 2018, it was the 19-person over budget battle royal.
Over budget, okay.
I was getting ready to say that I had just found it too. Okay. I was reading along as Tanner was trying to talk about this hellacious match.
Yeah, I know. I had no problem interrupting Tanner for once in a while.
No, this is fine. No, interrupt me whenever you want, especially talking about that. I mean,
yeah. So they called it an over budget battle royal. So
okay.
Then they turned it into the Casino Royal.
Casino with the chip and everything.
Yeah. Double or nothing.
And back in 2018, when they were doing this, the over budget battle royal actually made sense because it was considered an independent show.
Right.
Yes.
Right. And it was Chico El Luchador beat eliminated Bully Ray, which Chico El Luchador ended up being Flip Gordon. But yes. And then Matt Cross defeated MJF on that show, which he referenced tonight as well.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. This match, I felt like I was watching a combination of crappy TNA era and WCW 2000.
Yes. That is the best way to put it. I don't even know what else terrible crap you could mix it with. Because even WWE's cinematic matches with Bray went over better than this. Unless you want to talk about the Pitch Black match, which was terrible. But that's beyond the point.
I mean, as bad as this match was, I couldn't take my eye off of it.
Oh, I did.
I did. I mean, I did. I watched the whole thing through. I mean, we had Jeff Hardy and Jeff Jarrett, of course. Karen Jarrett gets involved, and Matt Hardy gets involved. Saddam Singh, Ethan Page, Brother Zay, Sanjay Dutt, everybody. I mean, they go backstage. There's red lights. There's buckets of blood. There's crutches. There's, God, I don't know, all just types of things.
Everything from the movie.
We see, everything
except
from the movie.
Chainsaw.
Oh no, it was in there
Well,
when Leatherface came out.
In the very beginning, when they showed the wall of weapons.
Yeah. We saw Jeff hit a swanton bomb on Jeff Hardy on Jeff Jarrett through a table, but Lethal broke up the pinfall, and then everybody started brawling, and then that's when Leatherface came out and chased Karen away like a horror movie. And then Lethal nailed Jeff Hardy with a hammer, Saddam Singh chokeslammed him, and Jeff Jarrett gets the 1, 2, 3.
All right, so yeah. commentary choking on the smoke that never even made it to the commentary table was a little much for me. It wasn't a big, but it was kind of like a,
Yeah.
and then you kind of can just tell that somebody looked at Excalibur. He's like, there's smoke coming from under the ring. And I know, I mean, I didn't watch Friday or Saturday, so I probably missed this, but the whole, Jeff Jarrett said he could control Leatherface, and Leatherface helped him win, even though he didn't realize it. And the dude pretending to be Leatherface coming out trying to rev up the or start the chainsaw, even though we have the music feeding through the speakers and the sound that it's already running. And it was just absolutely terrible.
Yeah, it's probably one of the worst, if not the worst thing AEW's put on Dynamite ever.
Hey, are you talking about it yet?
Not almost. This whole show tonight felt very sports entertainment esque.
Yes. To put this match nicely, I'm sure you've picked up after the little man, and that's about what this match looks like. And by that, I'm referring to your dog. Cleaning up dog shit was probably nicer than watching this match there.
It was the drizzling shits.
So let's break this down in wrestling for what little wrestling psychology that I think I know. Oh wow. He's a piece of work. Anyway, you come down to the ring. The ring's got props set up in it, and then out of nowhere, all of a sudden, Jeff Hardy thinks he should go backstage.
Yeah.
And then you go backstage, and all of a sudden, you see the fans. He's interacting with the fans, and then there's just a wall of old gardening tools. And then out comes nowhere is Jeff Jarrett and his annoying wife, and you somehow battle your way back to. Listen.
As long as we don't get a.
Sorry, not to interrupt, Paul. If you don't want to make this an explicit podcast, we should go to the next freaking subject.
The last thing I'll say on this is the only thing missing from this, and then I would have said this was TNA, Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle making some reference to something him and Karen did backstage or something, like we saw in TNA.
Look, you could have made a comment about Karen Jarrett and Kurt Angle would have been, whatever you would have made would have been more entertaining than the shit that they put on the plate tonight. And that's about as nice as I can say about it. I would say if you would take this match or this segment out from start to finish, I probably would have rated this show 1.5 to 2.5 points higher than what I'm going to rate it here at the end.
It easily knocked mine down at least a point.
At least.
It was awful. Like I told Paul when you were away, Shep, this was one of the worst, if not the worst thing they've ever put on a Dynamite, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And we've seen some pretty sketchy stuff.
But this was just really bad start to finish. And I think Tony even knew it was bad with his tweet. He kind of, reading between the lines, kind of said, we got paid or told to do this, so we did this.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you guys this. Which was worse, this or a match with every version of Matt Hardy in it? Like we saw during the Daily's Place era.
This by far.
This, because at least that had an excuse with the pandemic and everything.
That had with that, and that was half-ass entertaining.
Yeah.
It was almost not entertaining. It was entertaining to me, but I like every once in a while I like a little bit of comedy wrestling, and that's what that brought. So it made me chuckle, which I was entertained. And he wasn't suplexed off a forklift through a table with his head hitting in concrete floor tonight, which gave him a concussion. So,
yep. The only good takeaway is Ethan Page got TV time tonight on Dynamite. I'm an Ethan Page fan,
Yeah.
so whenever we see him, I like to see him on TV. I just wish he wasn't a part of this crappy segment. But
You
at
have
least he
you
got
have
TV.
to compare this match to the ending of the Moxley Omega exploding barbed wire match.
I thought the same thing.
You have to compare it.
It just kept reminding me of whenever they would try to do a bloodbath on WCW 2000, and they missed like 3 straight times. It was just embarrassing. And Kevin Nash was just looking at it like, really? Good thing I'm making millions.
Yeah.
It's just embarrassing.
Enough talking about that.
Yep.
Vince Russo.
Sparklers.
So, yeah. The next segment was the one and only women's match on Dynamite tonight. It was for the 4th and final spot in the 4-way women's championship match at All In next Sunday. Britt Baker versus the Bunny. I got to be honest, I didn't watch much of this match because I knew, this result was so. There was nothing to guess about this.
Shout out to the Bunny, but you knew going into this who was going to win.
Yeah, good for the Bunny to return. First time we've seen her in a while, but Britt won. So we got Britt Baker and Toni Storm and Saraya trying to take Hikaru Shida's title away at All In, which should be a pretty interesting match.
Sure. It'll be a tag match.
Everybody watching tonight loves dogs, so.
Did I miss something on the show tonight?
It was Paul talking about dog shit, and that's how it started. So.
Man.
But glad all Shep's buddies are tuning in, helping our algorithm go up on YouTube. So keep tuning in, keep commenting. It helps. It helps. I don't got anything else to say about this match, really.
Well, I mean, I don't know if this is on Bunny or if this is on Britt or if this is on both of them, but I'll give Bunny some credit for ring rust. That face buster into the turnbuckle just looked absolutely terrible. Oh, so that could have come in like 10 seconds later and I wouldn't have laughed at that comment.
Oh, yeah. She hadn't been on TV in 6 months. Or she hadn't wrestled in 6 months.
She hadn't wrestled in a while.
She had some kind of injury. I don't remember what it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I won't make a comment what I was going to make because I thought maybe she took time off for other surgeries.
No, there were no surgeries.
Okay. No enhancements.
No, that's the same as it was when she left.
Paul would know.
Yeah, I was going to say Paul.
Yeah, sure, why not? Well, okay, seriously though, but think about this. When you've got a roster full of women who aren't very WWE style women, we'll put it that way, the Divas era women, it's noticeable when you get someone who fits into the Attitude Divas era. As I'm trying to keep this as, PG as possible.
No, that's fine. I understand what you're saying.
God damn it, Paul.
Good shit.
Had to throw one out there. Hadn't done one yet tonight.
Well, it is your uncle.
Yeah, we were trying to leave your uncle out of this. Did he show up to the wedding?
No, he stiffed me. Dang it. No.
He was trying to get over what happened Friday night. Oh, wait, that was this Friday, not last. Yeah, it was after your wedding. He was preparing for that.
Yeah, there we go. I'll give Uncle Vinny a pass, I guess. The Acclaimed, didn't know they were going to wrestle tonight. Came out.
Yeah, I know. It said, we'll hear from the Acclaimed.
Interesting rap from Caster tonight.
Yeah.
Now, okay, if you're going to say that, you got to elaborate on it.
I think it was maybe not the first reference, but we haven't had a reference to male genitalia on AEW Dynamite for quite a while, and Caster let it fly tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Or Trump, for that matter.
Or Trump.
I thought you were going with the Trump thing.
No,
he always makes fun of his opponents at some point.
Yeah, and that's what he did with the penis comment.
Right. So I guess that didn't stand out as much as the as the Trump reference. And not only that, calling President Trump, which shocks me, showing that his support and then knowing who his partner, like, you know, it was, I thought it was a step in whatever. It was maybe because he knows he's in Tennessee and that state is very.
He can get away with it there.
Yeah, that state's very conservative, knowing that Kane's one of the governors in Tennessee.
Yeah, true.
I was honestly waiting for a Kane reference from Caster, but we didn't get one.
We should have. It would have popped.
He's probably done it before.
Kane's Glenn
Mayor Knox County.
They love him there.
Yeah, he can do wrong in Knox County.
So,
Yep. But the Claim don't get a wrestle. Lights go off and House of Black appear, which is interesting because they are colliders. They're usually just on Collision. Brody King
Kaleidoscopes.
Brody King and Buddy Matthews just tee off on the guys. Brody King uses a chain to bust Caster open. And then Julia Hart brings out Billy Gunn's boots, and they each kind of mock with the boots. So I could see him returning within the next week and that trios match being added to All In.
Saying that if he loses, it's his final match.
But I think they should hold that for All Out. That just seems like a more fitting match for All Out than All In to me.
Give me it at All Out. Don't do it in Wembley.
Yeah. I'm kind of thinking the card's almost there already. I don't think too much more needs to be added.
Maybe it's just me, but I have this very strong feeling after looking at tonight's card that All In is going to be more Dynamite based, and All Out we're going to see more of the Collision guys on there, and that worries me.
Well, it is in Chicago, and we haven't got and I'm glad you brought that up because we do know Punk and Joe's going to be added to All In. That'll probably get made official Saturday.
Or do they wait till All Out?
No, I think with the ending from this past Saturday with Joe choking Punk out at the end, I think you got to have CM Punk on the card at Wembley Stadium. You can't not.
No, you don't. You sold 80,000 tickets without him on the card.
You're right.
Exactly.
You sold close to 80,000 without a match. Advertise it all, but Tony will put him on the card. I think him and Joe's going to happen at All In, and then he'll probably get title shot at All Out.
Well, I hope it happens. Just then, we do get to see something Collision apart from FTR, who seems to be showing up more on Collision here lately. And
Dynamite, you mean?
So what do you do? What do you do when Adam Cole and MJF win the ROH titles? Then they have their main event. Then the next week, they got to defend those ROH titles.
Maybe they don't win them.
I'm just saying, like, do you defend them against the Bucks? Do you defend them against FTR? I mean,
I just don't see those guys being on ROH. I hate to say it, they're too big for it.
Not with the AEW World title on one of them.
Yeah. Now you're elevating ROH.
You're
elevating those titles.
Yeah.
Now you're putting those titles on TV every week.
Yeah.
Which I know TBS.
Yeah. Times Warner Discovery doesn't want that, but.
Well, there are a bunch of suits that go home and never mind.
Yeah. I still hold them not having the Briscoes on TV for far too long against them.
Right. And now we got Mark hurt, so
yeah, that's too bad. It's too bad. Speaking of the Young Bucks, they were in the main event tonight against the Guns. The Guns come out and make their entrance, but we don't even hear a super kick party because the Bucks attack the Guns during their entrance. So I kind of like that. Took me back to
loved it.
Took me back to some Bullet Club Young Guns tonight. A little aggression there. I really enjoyed this match. I'm a Young Bucks fan, so I enjoy their matches more times than not. And I think the Guns have a ton of potential. It was a good back and forth match. In the end, the Guns tried to cheat with a roll-up, but Matt goes for the roll-up of his own, and Nick shows the Guns how to properly cheat as the Bucks get the win dirty. And then after the match, Jay White and Juice Robinson attacked the Young Bucks until FTR finally hit the ring through a big pop and clear out Bullet Club Gold because they want the Bucks healthy for the rubber match at All In next Sunday. And they stare each other down. FTR holds up the belts, and the crowd was chanting more heavily for FTR tonight.
Well, that's because, they're top guys.
They are top guys.
Top guys out.
But no, I thought the match was good. Nick Jackson's always so smooth in the ring. I could watch him wrestle all day long.
He is definitely the bigger star of the two.
Yeah, I think Matt's better on the mic and maybe has a little more charisma, but Nick's more smooth in the ring.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Just don't let Matt handle your finances.
Yeah, you don't want that.
So how do we get CMFTR versus the Elite in Chicago?
We're not.
It's got to.
Well, I'm just glad it's not happening in England because I'm getting a T-shirt and Shep's got to do 2 shots. So
yeah. I'm going to buy you a T-shirt. Never mind. I'll buy you a T-shirt. I get to pick it out.
I thought I got to pick it out. I thought that was the part of the deal.
Yeah, well, maybe I can have a little twist. I'll buy a T-shirt though. Anyways, how do you not? That's a good point, Kettle. That's good. How do you not capitalize on this stuff? And I feel like the last 3 days, dirt sheet stuff of just burying CM Punk about how big of an asshole he is backstage. It's perfect timing for all the people to read this. You gotta produce this match at some point.
It's just so hard to believe like what's real and what's not with all these reports. I find it real interesting. I'm not taking one side or the other, but I find it real interesting. The CM Punk Hangman stuff goes down after Collision right out Saturday, which he ultimately supposedly apologized to Hangman because he said he was trying to tell a joke and it didn't go over and yada yada yada, didn't land. But I find it interesting that comes out, and then this thing with him and Jack Perry comes out that happened back in June, according to Fightful, and it's just now coming out. So it seems like whenever something about CM Punk comes out, it's like 2 or 3 things more comes out that were like being hidden or buried. So somebody's feeding some. I mean, I'm not saying it's the Elite, but somebody's feeding the dirt sheets some stuff.
Yeah.
Well, and Hollywood Hunk being asked to leave, and CD even being asked to leave.
That's the weird one. That's your head of talent relations.
Exactly. Make a reference to him biting like a dog and then not wanting him backstage. I mean,
in their referencing because Ace Steel is not allowed backstage.
Right. Punk's pissed because Ace isn't around.
He's got to work from home.
Yes. SRS did a report today that Ace is under contract till fall of 2024. And basically, he pitches ideas, especially for CM Punk pretty much, but he's not allowed in the buildings.
Well, maybe he's not vaccinated and they want to keep him away from cameras.
Rabies. If you're biting people, that's where I was going with rabies because he's biting people.
I mean, vaccination is not a big topic nowadays. So
No, not at all. Not at all.
We haven't gone down a rabbit hole all night, guys. Come on.
We haven't. The show's not over.
An anti-vax hold now.
Show's not over. Show's not over.
We've talked about Trump. No rabbit hole. So I mean, never mind.
Yeah,
we tried to go down a rabbit hole with a certain match, but you got up and walked away. So
Listen. I know every once in a while I let some of them bombs slip, and I'm like, this match does not deserve me making this podcast an E. That's how shitty it was. Excuse me.
Yeah. No, it was really bad.
That's how bad it was. I'm going to save my F-bombs for when it really matters. This did not matter. This was the absolute Brooklyn Brawler type stuff.
Roadkill.
I'd rather watch Brooklyn Brawler on Saturday Night Main Event in 1994 against Earthquake than I would watch this again.
Yeah.
Okay?
It was really bad.
94 Tanner was 6, or 2 or 3.
2.
Yeah, so he didn't get to watch Brooklyn Brawler versus Earthquake on Saturday Night Main Event.
Damn it, missed that.
With Gorilla Monsoon announcing.
Wait, let me fire up the Peacock here real quick.
Yeah.
But again,
This was almost as bad as debuting in a black vest with a silver bedazzled stormtrooper helmet and falling.
Oh God, what was it with the what the hell? What they
Shockmaster.
The shock.
Yes.
Hilarious. He picks it up and puts it back on. Like, oh my God.
Like nothing even happened.
All the build up and just freaking awful.
Wasn't that Dr. Death Steve Williams underneath that?
It was Tugboat.
Or Tugboat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
Oh,
Poor
man.
Tugboat.
Anyway, so yeah, we're all right, we're done with that.
Yeah.
We don't want to make this explicit, so
wrestler of the night. Shep, lead us off.
He's got to get his drink in first in case you're not watching and just listening along.
Man, I had a couple here. But I really thought the wrestler of the night, and I'm on the fence on this one. And I know you guys are thinking, am I going to pick Hardy or Jarrett, right?
No, Satnam.
Almost.
No,
It wasn't the stutter that we got last week with it either.
no. Here's the deal. All right, I'm going with a guy that I'm going to trust his match at All In. He's going to carry it and produce a classic for the contrasting styles, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I'm going with Will Ospreay. I'm hoping he elevates the elder Jericho to have a type of match that we are spoiled seeing out of Ospreay with the small matches we get to see. If you do watch the New Japan stuff, you're used to it. But this is going to be kind of a treat for AEW fans. He's working with a 52-year-old veteran that doesn't work his style.
Not even close.
I thought tonight was good. He looked aggressive. The physique looks good. We know he can talk. You can't understand half the shit he says, but we know he can talk. Love the British accent. I think that makes it even more. I think sometimes he emphasizes that.
Sure.
And I'm not saying he does that on purpose so we can't understand him, but I think he makes sure he knows he's talking right.
I understand him perfectly.
Listen to some of his podcasts.
Yeah, sometimes he
gets a little excited and you're like, what do you say?
Mhm.
That's all right. I'm sure people say that about you guys. They don't say it about me.
Oh, yeah, I can't understand myself half the time.
Yeah.
But no, I'm going with Will. And this was a battle tonight. And I'll tell you, it was a battle between him and freaking Juice, man. And you know, sometimes it pains me to give that guy some accolades. It took me a while, but I thought his segment was good. But yeah, I'm going with Will Ospreay because we're going to finally see him in London.
And he's going to get a huge ovation over there. But it's also going to be fun on the flip side to hear that crowd sing Judas. I mean, 80,000.
Yeah,
it's going to be nuts. It's going to be nuts.
And let's just give TK the benefit of the doubt. He better turn around and put Ospreay on that private chartered 747 back to Chicago for the following week.
100%. Use him while you got him.
Yep.
Guy's special talent. And that's what I like. Like, even though he's a New Japan guy, AEW's been fortunate enough to still get him a couple times a year, last couple of years, and he always delivers. Always delivers. Paul?
Well, I'm going with a guy who wasn't even on the card tonight. We got to see him, but he wasn't originally scheduled on the card. Wasn't even technically in a match. No, it's not who you're thinking, Tanner. I was leaving him for you. I'm going to go Sting because
that's who I was thinking that you were going to pick.
Oh, I figured you were thinking Ethan Page because I tried to set it up like I was picking Page.
No.
No, Joker Sting is by far my favorite Sting. I love Crow Sting, but I love the 90s Crow Sting. When, The Crow was still very, very popular. One of my favorate movies. But I digress.
97 Crow Sting until the Starcade debacle happened.
Yeah, all right. You got to get specific, geez. Anyway, I'm a big fan of Joker Sting. I thought that was the best thing TNA had when he was on there. I'm glad it's back, and I'm glad it's not full blown like it was when it was in TNA. It's just the little bit of red lipstick of a smile. And it's still very similar to the character we've been seeing from Sting. It seems like he's kind of lost it a little more each time we see him, to the point that we've gotten this. It's been a nice buildup. It's nice to see it. And I'm glad we have it one more time before he's done.
What kind of crazy stuff's he going to do in this coffin match?
That's the point. Joker Sting is unhinged. You're going to see some crazy shit in the coffin match.
You see Sting doing a coffin drop from the top to the bottom through a guy through a coffin.
Probably. Last time he about busted his jaw when he jumped off the ladder.
That's because he banged his mouth on the table. But if you fall with the coffin drop, you're just going to hit your back and the back of your head.
Yeah. Ask Matt Hardy, what could go wrong?
You ain't going to have to go through your lips or anything.
Well, you could. It could go through your tongue if you bite down at just the wrong time, or stick your tongue out too late.
Mick Foley, and that went through his nose.
This is true.
Made a career for himself after that. Yeah, this was a tough one. I could cheat and just go with a team, with the Young Bucks as a team, but I'll say Nick Jackson tonight. I was already giving accolades. I think he's very smooth in the ring. I don't think I've picked one of the Bucks for a long, long time. So,
yeah. No, it's normally as a team when you do pick them. So
yeah, so I'll go with Nick Jackson. I'll give him the rub tonight.
All right.
Ratings. Paul, lead us off with the rating.
You're not gonna like this. I could not get into tonight's show. I really, really tried. I caught myself on my phone a lot. I'm going to 5.3.
I knew you were going 5s, but that's lower than I thought you were going to go.
Wow.
I thought you were going about 5.8. So.
Well, I will say the Young Bucks brought it back up. I was almost into the 4s.
Wow, that would have been an all-time KOP low, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. This has never happened. I've been a part of this podcast for roughly a year, right?
Year and a half, I would say, about now.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been higher than Paul.
No, you have not.
And I had wrote this down beforehand while I was preparing, right before we went on the air. I'm all day long at 6'1". And if you take the stupid shit out, I thought the episode was good. We had some good wrestling matches on here tonight, guys.
Yeah, we had some good matches, and what I enjoyed about tonight's, it felt like the road to All In, which it should, this is next Sunday, finally heated up. We finally got the build.
Yeah, you put a lot of pieces in the puzzle.
Yep.
Even though we had a really poor segment, you take that out of there, and I was, minus the Britt Baker match, it was okay.
Yeah.
The Young Bucks and the Guns only got,
10 minutes?
Yeah, I think 12, but
10 minutes. The Gates of Agony. Am I saying that right? Agony. And those guys, they only got 7 minutes.
Yeah.
It was short and sweet, which I don't dislike. Adam Cole and MJF delivered as always.
Mm-hmm.
Renee Paquette in the backstage segment was great. So again, you take the shit stain out of this show, and it wasn't bad. It really wasn't.
Yep. The JR Kenny Omega interview was good. Like I said, I like when JR does that backstage stuff.
I did not, and I did not dislike the Omega Callus thing towards the end, and then I loved Sammy coming in. Sammy's going to turn face.
He got a big ovation from the crowd.
Yeah,
they're really behind him tonight. Yeah, so
Yeah.
they've done him right. They've done a good job. Yeah.
So, again, there were some really good spots in this show. We just had one big freaking diarrhea spot right in the middle.
Yeah, we did. Shep, I was right there with you. I honestly had 6-1 in my mind, but I'm not going to tie you, and I'm not going with the rookie score. So I guess I'll be the highest tonight. I'll bump it up 0.2 points and be 6-3. So still low sixes, which is pretty low for me. I usually don't go that low, but that's how bad. Yeah, you take away that match, I'm in the 7s. But that match was just an abomination.
Yeah,
terrible.
I said you take that match away. I'm 1.5 to 2 points higher.
Yep.
And I know that took what was that 10, 12-minute segment, probably maybe a little.
Probably. Yeah.
You give me a good match between I don't know. I'm trying to think what's with the current storylines. Make Takeshita, do a match. The guy's good.
Mm-hmm.
They have a ton of people backstage.
Yep.
Give me a 10-minute match between him and somebody. I would have loved if they would have acknowledged the QT Marshall and Penta feud tonight. I would have loved if Mox got on the mic and said, I had that work last weekend with QT. I would have loved that.
Yeah.
Little stuff like that they could have done and take it up some more time.
Yeah. I did like the Omega talking about his relationship with Takeshita, like going back to DDT. I didn't know that.
Did you see the footage, how skinny
it
was?
That's why I didn't even recognize him.
No. Kenny was smaller too.
He was.
Yeah.
But I like that, and it's going to be interesting. We'll see what happens on Collision Saturday. I really feel like Collision and Dynamite are really starting to get their different identities. I feel like Dynamite's starting to get the more like, I don't want to say this, but sports entertainment vibes, to where Collision's more old school, Georgia Southern, in-ring. I mean, because their main events will go 20, 25 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like both shows are starting to kind of separate a little bit, even though it's under the same AEW umbrella. So, and I think that's the goal of it, though. I think they want the shows to be different. No, I don't want a brand split. It's not.
I know, but I've got a feeling it's coming, and that's why I'm so afraid that All Out is going to be more of a Collision heavy show.
It could be. We'll see. Mr. Pepsi Phil does seem to have the pencil. So
His show.
It is his show.
His show, damn it.
See. Anything else regarding AEW you guys want to hit on tonight?
No, I don't have anything.
All right. Well, that leads me to one question.
So, what do you guys want to talk about?
I want to talk about how they still screwed up WrestleMania 39, not putting the title on Cody Rhodes.
I don't know if my camera's unfroze yet, but I got the new Cody Rhodes shirt on.
It is not unfrozen. You can see your shirt, or you could now it went away. But yeah, Claim Your Kingdom, cool shirt there. Paul has of the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes himself. But I watched the main event between him and Balor, and Cody gets a second win over Balor, and then Judgment Day cleans house of Sami Zayn and Cody Rhodes, and they look strong. But going into this Payback pay-per-view coming up next, what are they going to do with Cody? No idea.
I don't know, but can we talk about the fact that it looked like Seth was wearing a wedding dress?
I didn't.
I saw a picture from this week's Raw, and it's all white, it's lace, it's see-through, and I'm like, dude, that looks like something a woman's going to wear on her wedding day.
he
I don't know if
tests
a lot of
machine.
women wear some see-through stuff, Paul, but I mean,
white
Well-
and mesh.
White and lacy top, and not as see-through as Seth, but
if you find a lot of those weddings, call me up. I can
I've been to 3 weddings, 2 of which were my own.
I can be. Oh man, I can't wait till. No, never mind. I shouldn't say that. No offense.
Yeah, no, Tanner's going to be the only one on the podcast with only 1 wedding.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
I hope
let's-
so. I'm
hope-
knocking on wood.
Tanner,
I hope
let's
so.
Keep it that way, okay?
I'm gonna try my best.
Yeah, I thought I tried my best too. Anyways, what the hell are we talking about?
He said Seth Rollins. I was talking about Cody. What the hell do they do with him at Payback?
Okay, yeah, let's go back to Cody.
Yep.
Last couple of days, tickets went on sale for Philadelphia.
Mania.
And there's 2 pictures. I saw it on WWE, saw it on Cody's. There Cody is in the stadium, looking up, and he's the only guy.
Yep. He's their guy there at Lincoln Financial.
So,
yeah, I think the writing's on the wall, which is good. But
hey, Tanner, you said that last February.
Here's my, and I'm not trying to jump in front of you, but my point, which I'm bitching at, is they have not done anything with that bloodline storyline since Mania that they couldn't have done without the title on Roman.
Yeah.
No.
That's
You're
my argument.
right.
Well, that
maybe the most recent match with the Uso, but other than that,
I feel like they're spinning circles now in that they don't know what they're doing.
they are. They're trying to draw this out till Mania. They're screwed up.
But I think we've talked about this before. There is so much potential of the family tree that is not in WWE,
right?
That they can bring in and make this storyline maybe one of the biggest of all time. When I say of all time, of our era, I think I'm the oldest guy on this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thanks, Paul. Appreciate you. I know I'm older than Tanner, but anyway,
just like to keep everybody straight.
But if you think of the stuff that we have done since I started following wrestling in 1986, okay, here we go. This could be the biggest storyline, the feud that I've seen with the most surprises. And all they got to do is they can do it. They just open. They have the checkbook doesn't matter. We always talk about Tony Khan's checkbook. I mean, they just sold to Endeavor.
Yeah,
the whole UFC.
They're breaking records every city they go to right now. They're printing money right now.
Yes. So go get Jacob Fatu.
Who knows a loser.
Go get God from
Hikuleo and Tomatonga.
Yeah, which one of them they split. One of them's into I don't know. I can't keep up. But
let's get Umaga's son.
Well, he just started. He just kind of came on the independent scene in the last.
Yeah, they have some new relatives just starting to pop up too. So
yeah,
there's a whole crop.
So again, bring him in, introduce them. You could make that storyline go all the way and include Cody, make him climb that mountain. There's so many possibilities.
Which he is climbing. I'm fine with that. I was fine with the Lesnar stuff, and I loved how you guys were talking about. Yeah, that was unbelievable with Brock Rose's hand and everything. Didn't see that coming. But I just don't know what they do with him next before Survivor Series. Like, you got to have him feud with Balor. They've already fought twice on Raw. You got to have him mixed in with the Judgment Day. I don't know.
Going to Survivor Series, you have the Judgment Day versus Cody's team.
Cody, Sami Zayn, Owens if he's back.
Yeah,
yada yada.
Survivor match.
Yeah, but here's my thing. I was thinking about this today with the strike going on in Hollywood right now, right?
Yeah.
What if Dwayne comes to WWE and is like, hey, if this strike lasts as long as I think they're, like, hey, I got time this year. I'm up for Mania.
Well, they made a comment.
I guarantee you they shift gears and put Roman and Rock out Mania.
Oh, they would, hands down. And then it'd be next year before the next Mania before we saw Cody get the belt.
By that time, I don't know how hot he would be.
He wouldn't be.
The dirt sheets say that's not going to happen because they say Rock's going to respect the strike. So they say don't expect him in Philly. Unless it ends.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look like that's going to end anytime
No, it doesn't. And Cody's been on record saying Philly is his favorite city to wrestle in. So, I don't know, kind of connect the dots there. I know we talk about it a lot. It'll be interesting to see how they get there. That's why I guess they get paid the money to put the shows together. But
they announced Mania's 2 nights again, so
yeah.
You got to come up with 2 main events.
If he's going to finish his story, he better finish it with that belt. They better not cheap and have him win the one that Rollins has.
If that happens, I quit.
Yeah.
I keep getting that feeling more and more. The more and more he gets involved with Rollins storylines, I'm just so afraid we're going to see that gear switch soon.
I'm fine with him going after it as long as he loses. And he doesn't win it.
So let's have that the Fastlane match.
Mm-hmm.
Or
so
whatever,
that would be
Fast Dash or whatever.
Fastlane and Indy in October before Survivor Series.
Okay, no. So whatever the pay-per-view is right before Mania.
Oh, that Elimination Chamber now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Chamber.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
I don't know. They screw around with the order so much.
Yeah, I know. I still think we need to have him lose a big match at the pay-per-view right before Mania. That gives Roman the chance to go, dude, why do I even need to worry? You can't win. You're on a losing streak. You failed to beat Rollins for his title. What makes you think you can beat me? You already tried last year and you failed.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see how it plays out. That's for sure. But it just aggravates me. I get what they're doing. They're having him overcome adversity, climb back up that mountaintop to overcome it most likely at 40, but I still think they fumbled it at 39 just because I think everything that Roman's done since 39 he could have done without the belt. That's just my
He could have, but
That's
still.
But it sounds like Roman and Heyman have pretty much creative control of when the title reign's going to end. So
I will say more Roman than Paul. As much as I love Paul, I think Paul's the GOAT. But
thanks, I appreciate that, Shep. Anyway,
hey, Paul, didn't know you spent a lot of time in Philadelphia in the mid 90s.
Yes, that I was born and raised there.
Oh.
Bingo Hall.
In Bingo Halls. That's my favorite place to be.
Okay. Well, then I give you a little more credit then.
But the only thing they couldn't have done that they've done since Mania was the belt changes that we've seen. That was all after Mania.
Right.
So I think that's the only, I'm not even going to say good outcome. I'm just going to say the semi-positive outcome of Cody not winning at Mania. We wouldn't have gotten the new belt. We would have still had the 2 belts. Rollins wouldn't have his belt. The women's titles wouldn't have been changed. Can we change the tag titles, please? But that's all I have.
Those look like crap. I did enjoy his 3 matches with Lesnar. I don't know if they would have done that if he would have won. So
exactly.
Yeah. All right. Anything else, WWE or any other promotions that you guys want to bring up or talk about?
The villain's going back to AAA.
Yes, he is.
I'm
just going to leave that at that.
Not till the end of September, but whatever.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what he does down there.
Yeah.
I think he'll do good.
Well, I have a quiz in the holster, boys.
Oh, God. And you have to do it at the end of the show. It is 1:45 our time.
Yeah, I got to piss, too. So, I mean.
Well, here.
I've been up since 4 a.m.
Yep. How about you take a pee break? I'll have Paul take a crack at this quiz, and then you can come back on and take a crack at it.
All right. I'm going to see you in 47 seconds.
Well, this
Better be
quiz
a
is going
fast
to take.
quiz then.
It's going to take longer than 47 seconds. But you can give up at any time if you want. I'll put it
I give
that way.
up.
I'll put it that way. Majin's going to be happy here. He's been asking for this.
Oh, God.
We're going
right.
with Intercontinental Champions.
Yeah, and my camera's frozen. I can't even show my Intercontinental Championship. Jeez.
All right, let me see if I can.
Man, this is going back to 79?
Yeah, there's 183. But once again, it's not 183 different champions. It's 183 title changes.
Right.
I got 145 right when I took it, which was 79%. Which I was pretty
And
proud
I've
of
got
myself, but
10 minutes.
there were some that I'm like, wow, Tanner, how did you miss that? But let me see if I can zoom in a little bit for everybody here.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Okay, well, I'll have to scroll down a bunch though. So
Yes, you will.
okay, so you ready, Paul?
Yeah.
All right, where's my type button? Oh, it's gonna pop up here when.
Yeah, once you hit play.
All right, let's go.
Cody.
I'll do that because that helps you get two of them.
Okay. Razor Ramon.
Yep.
Or Scott Hall.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3 Kid. Wow, I so thought he got that off of. He beat Razor for that. Anyway, I'm not going to spend more time arguing on that. But Shawn Michaels.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're making me think because that just totally screwed me. The Miz.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cardona. Ryder. There we go.
Yep.
The Rock. Austin. Angle.
You're doing pretty good.
Yeah, and I'm gonna run out of names pretty quickly.
I mean, the beauty about this title, Paul, is back 79. So any legendary wrestler or any good wrestler, you can pretty much throw out there and you have a pretty good chance.
I know, and I'm trying to think. Yeah, current one. Gunther. Whatever they're calling him now.
Yeah. Walter.
Walter.
Gunther,
Yeah.
Gunther, whatever. Yeah.
Oh God, yeah, and he's about to surpass the man. I can't think of his name now either, and it's going to kill me because it'll pop up. But I'll come back to that. Eddie Guerrero.
I gave you that one because there's also another one there that.
Yeah, there's the other
Yeah.
Guerrero.
Yeah.
Rey Mysterio.
Mm-hmm. Make sure. Yep, there we go.
Sheamus. Can't remember if that's right or not. If Tanner can spell it right, you know.
How do you?
Shameus.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Maybe it's wrong spelling. I don't
Oh,
know. Somebody correct me
I
if
think
this.
Shep's gonna come watch this quiz. He's gonna cheat.
Yeah, I know. Cheater. Flair.
Who?
I don't think Flair had it. Did he? Did Flair have it?
Yes.
He did have it. Okay.
No,
Orton. Did I already say Orton? H. Batista? Nope, I didn't. I couldn't remember. I don't think he did, but Cena?
That's the one belt he didn't get.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Mr. Wrestling, Johnny Gargano, or not Gargano, but Johnny Wrestling, Morrison.
Oh, that's one I did not get. So good pull there.
God, there are so many people that
Yeah.
I know I'm missing, and I'm
Think-
gonna like.
Think I'll help you here with the clue for like a lot of them. See all these 99s, like 98s, 2000s. Start thinking like mid card attitude era guys, and you probably got a good chance to get some.
Probably not. Jericho.
Not a mid card, but yes.
No, but the
See that?
99.
So you're up to 50 now, so that helped.
Yeah, I did. That took me from like 30 something. Oh man, mid Carters in the 90s. That
And
I'm
also just think
skipping.
about like guys who have won a lot of titles, like just overall in their wrestling career.
Yeah, I'm trying here.
I know.
Man, it is too late for this crap, Tanner. God. Benoit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, let me zoom out for you a little bit so you can kind of see.
Yeah, thanks. I'm gonna kill myself for this one if it's Malenko, Dean Malenko. Now you gotta find where you're typing at.
Nope.
Okay. Booker T.
Mhm.
Bubba Ray.
Mm-mm.
Nope, no Dudley. JBL.
Good one. Yep.
Farouk didn't hold it.
Mm-mm.
R-Truth. I don't think he ever won that one. Kofi.
Mm-hmm.
Punk. Daniel Brian Daniels, whatever he was. Let's see here. I got like 80 more to get before I even come close to you. God. And I'm Rollins. Ambrose. See, I keep trying to think too far back and I keep skipping guys that I know. And there's a lot of people between Ambrose and Gunther that I'm like missing here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to get anything before 92. I know that much.
You could if you could throw out some legendary wrestlers.
Yeah, you're making me think, Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Yeah.
No.
Backlund. I think that's too old.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you typed in Rhodes, so it's not Dusty. Nash.
Mm-hmm.
Goldberg? I don't think that's right, but
Mm-mm.
yeah, I'm just throwing out names now.
You're definitely gonna kick yourself on some of these.
Yeah, I know I am. This is
But
why
there's a lot. There's a lot that are really, really tough, though.
I hate midnight quizzes.
Sorry.
I like multiple choice. Give me 4 options so I can focus on those.
Yeah.
God, it is driving me nuts that I can't think who Gunther's about to pass. Oh man, this is gonna drive me nuts. So we're not gonna focus on that. We're gonna move on. Let's see. We did Miz, Ryder, Nitro, Benoit, Jericho, Angle. Got Michaels, got The Rock, got Triple H, got Orton. Balor.
Mm-hmm.
Edge.
There's the one I've been waiting on.
Christian.
Mm-hmm.
Taker. No, that was too.
It's the only tell he didn't win.
Yeah. Kane. Gangrel? I don't think Gangrel won it. Oh, man.
At least get yourself to 100. Come on.
Bray Wyatt?
No.
No. DiBiase. Okay, I thought Junior won that one. Oh, you are testing my brain too much. I got a minute here.
I'm going to help you out, Paul, big time. Think of top 10 wrestler of all time.
Bret Hart.
Yeah.
Owen Hart.
Well, that count. I did Hart. So.
Oh, you did Hart, so that would have
Yeah.
taken it. I was looking away at the time. Again,
I think
not
it's
that you
just
can see
Brett,
me on
though. I don't.
camera.
Oh, no. Owen won in 97 and twice. So.
Top 10 wrestlers of all time. My top 10 or your
No,
top 10?
that was the one I was trying to help you get right there.
Oh,
was Bret
okay.
Hart.
Okay. Man, I've been watching too much Dark Side of the Ring. I can't think of people's names here lately. That Doink episode threw me through a loop. It's not
I need to watch.
Doink.
I haven't watched a lot of them, so.
Oh man, you got to watch Doink.
Yeah.
God, Jannetty didn't win it. Jannetty didn't win anything without Sean.
Yes, he did.
He
I
did.
just
Yeah,
got
it
for
went
you.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right there in 93. From
Yeah,
Sean.
I'm out of time.
You got 47%, 86. Here's some of the ones.
The Godfather, the Road Dogg, Ken Shamrock. Man,
Stupid ad.
nice ad. RVD. God, how did I forget RVD?
There's the one you
How
were
did
thinking
I forget
of
the Hardy
with
Boys?
the shriek right there.
Yes. Oh man.
And look
British
at all these
Bulldog.
new ones
I
that you
forgot
missed.
Double J. See, I was thinking Big E, and I thought I'd already said him.
Right there.
Yeah, RVD,
there.
Regal. I
Right
forgot about
there.
Regal. Ziggler. God, how did I forget Ziggler? That would have put me at almost 100 if I would have got. Oh, and Bad News Barrett. Good
Yep.
Lord, how did I forget Barrett?
Yeah. See, Shep's
God, I
probably
hate
heard a lot of
myself.
these, and he's probably ready to go. So
Oh, he was already ready to go. He's sitting just off camera watching. You know it.
probably.
Yeah, he was cheating. Well, no, I didn't hear the door open, so let's see if we hear the door open.
I don't remember how many you got right.
86.
86. Okay.
Do 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 do. Okay, maybe he wasn't in the room listening. No, there he is.
All right, Shep, you ready for this one?
Intercon. I figured this would be it.
So I got 145 right. Paul got 86 right.
Yeah, I hate myself right now. I focused too much on one name, and it screwed me the entire show.
It did.
This has got to be the biggest. This has got to be the biggest category of them all, right?
Yeah, it goes back to 1979 to present day.
Right,
And like I
right.
told Paul, it's 183 title changes, so it's not 183 different guys. So I think you'll do pretty well. Tell me when you're ready, and I'll start it up.
All right. Yeah. Kick it.
Go.
All right. Current champion Gunther. Roman Reigns.
There's one Paul did not get.
Rock. Dwayne Johnson, whatever you want to call him. Sami Zayn. Chris Jericho.
Big time.
Seth Rollins. I'm going to say Dean Ambrose, but I thought he was U.S. champion.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
See, I can scroll down for you so you can see some of these.
Okay, so he did hold that one. Okay. I was confused on that one. Finn Balor.
That was one I missed. I forgot about him completely.
The Miz. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to, before I go back old school, I'm trying to think all these.
I know.
Dolph Ziggler. Okay. I like that. Intercontinental Championship. Big E.
Good pull. I missed him.
Then I'm going right. Kofi. Okay. I know Xavier Woods. I don't even type that one in. Modern day. Oh, Braun Strowman. All right, so I'm getting Triple H. Darcy, John Cena.
Only title he never won.
Cena never won that. He was United States. He had the
US
championship, did he? Yeah. What a loser.
Yeah, that guy's a scrub.
Yeah, what a sucky dude he was.
Can't even see him.
AJ Styles.
They're a good pull. I was waiting. Yeah. You're doing pretty good on the newer guys. I was impressed because
Matt Hardy.
Oh, so here, I'll help you out here. I put Hardy so you get.
Oh, Jeff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I told Paul, I'll give you this clue too. Like, especially 99 and 2000, the Attitude Era. If you think of any mid card guy, they probably won it at one time.
Yeah. Shinsuke won it. He had the belt.
Yep.
Don't ask me how to spell it. That's on you.
Yep, I got it.
Yeah,
you've done pretty well for the newer stuff down here.
Shinsuke. So that means, Ricochet had it. He had a.
Oh God, how do you spell that one?
He had the Peacock episode about him.
RIC. Okay.
Yeah,
I
got it.
All right, I figured that. Man,
doing pretty good though. You still got 6 minutes left, and you've made a dent.
Sheldon Benjamin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Hurt Locker, Bobby Lashley.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
You've almost got them back from 2022 clear back to 16. You're missing somebody in 21.
MVP? No? Okay.
U.S. title.
It was worth a shot.
Yeah.
All right, let's go back a little farther. Eddie Guerrero?
Mm-hmm.
Chris Benoit?
Mm-hmm.
Dean Malenko?
Mm-mm.
No? Okay, no Dean Malenko. So no Perry. What was Saturn?
Saturn,
right?
No. Not the Radicals.
Rey Mysterio Jr.
Mm-hmm.
Man. Kane?
Yep.
I'm gonna say Undertaker, but that's not right.
Yeah, the only title he didn't win.
All right, let's go.
I don't know if he won a U.S. either.
Hey, let's go so old school. Honky Tonk Man.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's the one that hung me up the entire quiz.
God, I can't type. There we go. Yep, that's on there right there.
Jake Roberts?
Mm-mm.
No. Rick Rude?
Mm-hmm.
Pat Patterson.
First one ever.
Yeah. Jeff Jarrett.
I somehow missed that one. I was so mad because he
I
won it
did
like
too,
a million
don't worry.
times.
So then it has to be China because China won it from him.
Yep. She won twice.
She won it twice. Okay.
Mm-hmm. The Attitude Era one, I did well because that's why I really remember a lot of those growing up. Like, you've almost beat Paul 2-way. You got
Big Show.
100
Yeah.
more.
The Big Show.
Yep. I don't know where he won it. He won it once, and I don't know what year.
Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, I freaking missed that one. Yeah.
Okay.
He won it at Mania
Tied. You've got 3 minutes to get one more.
to beat Paul. I got 145.
Oh, original NXT days. Wade Barrett.
Yeah, that's the one I couldn't think of.
I don't know if that was NXT days or not. I just remember
It was
that.
Nexus.
Well, they count him as Wade Barrett and Bad News Barrett, so he got credit for both.
Road Dogg.
Yep.
Stone Cold.
Yep.
How did I forget him?
There's some other ones that I'm surprised you haven't guessed yet.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go back to my old school days here. You scroll down a little bit, Tanner.
Oh, yep. Sorry.
Make sure I had done. Shawn Michaels.
There's one I was waiting on.
Bret Hart.
Waiting on that one. And I'll give you Owen too. I typed in Hart, so I helped you out there.
British Bulldog. What the hell's his name?
Yep.
British Bulldog. Okay.
David Boy Smith was his name.
David Boy Smith. Okay. Bob Backlund.
Mm-mm.
No, Backlund.
Make sure I didn't.
Jimmy Fly Snuka.
Mm-mm.
No. Vader?
No.
No.
About a minute left. You better start throwing out names.
Man. Umanga.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I got me two. I got.
Come on, Shep. I'm going to be disappointed if you don't get this one guy.
I know. Thanks a lot. Way to
There's about two of them. I'm surprised he hasn't thrown out there. Maybe three. But a lot of these are hard, but there's a couple kind of gimmies he hasn't gotten. He's going to kick himself.
Ezekiel Jackson. He was a badass.
Got that one. That was one I didn't think you would get. You got that one.
Yeah. Now I'm drawing a blank.
8, 7, 6.
Goldust.
You
I gave
had
you
to
Rhodes,
do it
so-
that way? Jiminies.
60%. Here's
I wanted to see if he got the other roads.
Ultimate Warrior was one I thought you'd get.
Oh man.
Mr. Perfect, Rowdy Piper.
Mr. Perfect.
Cody.
Mr. Perfect was like the most reigning one ever, wasn't he?
Razor Ramon, Diesel,
Oh, jeez.
Kurt Angle, Edge.
Christian.
Here's, like Ken Shamrock, Val Venus, Godfather, D'Lo Brown, Christian, Billy Gunn,
I miss Ryback. I quit.
RVD,
Punk.
CM
William
Punk,
Regal.
Kevin Owens, Luke Harper, Brody Lee,
Zack Ryder.
Carlito,
Carlito. I used to.
Booker T, Johnny Nitro, Drew
Ric
McIntyre.
Flair. I forgot Ric Flair had it once.
Ric Flair had it once in 2005.
So I beat Paul, but I lost to Tanner.
Correct. Correct.
What Tanner get?
I got 145.
Oh, Jesus. Booker T.
Yep. I missed a lot of these guys here. I cleaned up on like these two columns from like 97 to 2012. I cleaned that out. That was my good category.
Like, I'm not going to get Lance Storm. I'm not going to get
No.
Albert.
Albert, no.
Val Venus, I should have known.
Now, wait a minute. It says McIntyre on there.
Mm-hmm.
I said Drew McIntyre,
Now-
didn't I?
No.
No. But commentary on one of the pay-per-views commented that this is the only title that has eluded Drew McIntyre. That is why I did not guess him.
Well, commentary was wrong, I guess.
Yeah, see,
Yes.
there we go.
Oh, yeah.
WWE ignoring their own history.
Test was banging Stephanie McMahon.
Yeah, that's how he won it.
JBL. Okay, yeah. Oh, I left some names on the board.
I forgot Santino Marella won it from Umaga. I forgot about that with Lashley's help.
He won that from the crowd, didn't he?
Yeah.
Santino did?
Yeah. On Raw. I forgot about that. Randy Orton. Yeah, I remember when he had that with against Foley.
Yep. I can't believe you didn't get Cody though, Shep.
Well,
Tanner
I
gave it to you. He was
I gave
nice.
it to him because I put Rhodes. So
Yeah, I know. That's why I was like, man, really?
Well, you know, I need
That was like my first guess
I need all the help I can get.
well,
because I
that
got
was
the white title because of Cody.
that was just for Majin. He's been asking for that one for a while, so I'm interested to see how he does on that one. So
Oh, he'll ace it, I'm sure.
I
One of
think
the-
we need to throw a wild card out there, and we don't have to do it next week, but like, let's go ECW, NWA type stuff.
Oh, I can
NWA
find
would
them.
be tough.
they got him out there. So
Yeah.
one of these weeks, I'll have to switch roles with somebody, and somebody will have to grab a quiz, and I'll participate, see how I can do. Because I don't know if I could do so hot live. You know, it's fine when I'm just by myself.
Yeah, especially at midnight. When
Yeah.
you know you've been up 20 hours.
Yeah. So, well, that's all I got tonight. So, Paul, I'll let you wrap up the show.
I don't know if you've been paying attention or not, Tanner, but Shep did say that video that he was sent can be aired on KOP social media now
The cameo.
from Bryce Rensburg.
Oh, okay. I will do that. I had no idea what you were talking about. So,
Maybe we can do that next week.
yeah.
Maybe we'll just air it live right here on KOP to get Shep's reaction.
I have a great
Again.
group of friends. Let's put it that way.
Hey, they helped the algorithm tonight, so I'm all
Yes.
I'm all
That's
about
right.
it. So,
All right. With that, hey, be sure to check out kickingOutShop.com. It's your place to go for all of your Kicking Out podcast merchandise. Support a great podcast and look great doing so. Be sure to follow the Kicking Out podcast on all social media at Kicking Out Pod. Be sure to listen to the Kicking Out podcast wherever it is you listen to your podcast. And if it happens to be Apple Podcasts, leave us that 5-star review because we are 5-star KOP. Be sure to follow the KOP Predictions Champion on social media at TannerLee92. Follow Austin Shepard at the Shep27. Be sure to follow myself at Paul Zartman921. And with that, for Tanner Lee and Austin Shepard, I'm Paul Zartman. Join us again next week as we make predictions and kick out another podcast.